It's a lot of my official dudes, man. Shout out to all the niggas that call me, all of the real rights that tell me, yo, we love what you do. You know what I'm saying? We love that you stand up and you stand on what we stand on. A lot of us ain't on this internet shit, but it's good that we got a voice for the real rights and the ones who just stand on principles and morals, right? And then there's a lot of people like, Mice, you shouldn't even be up there arguing with these niggas. We don't even move like that. And I realized that it's not that they wrong. What's good to Tabitha Swan? You know, it's not that they wrong, but what they don't understand is that we are in an era where the suckers are winning by default. And what I mean is, these suckers utilize these platforms that us, genuine stand-up real dudes, we never wanted publicity, right? We didn't need to talk loud. We never had to do anything because there was a time when everybody had to be in close proximity to you, right? Where when you was around a real dude, you sensed it. You was able to, as soon as everybody had to see each other because there wasn't no internet. So in order for you to make money, to make deals, to make anything, there had to be somebody in your presence. And your reputation, your literal reputation preceded you. Like if you was outside and you was moving around, your reputation preceded you. The way you carried yourself with honor and all of those things were known. Right? And even if they weren't known, when you was in the presence of other individuals, they was able to see it. Where we are right now, in the present moment, the internet has taken the visual presence away. Right? So what's happening now, the suckers are able to create a facade on the internet because the real dudes have shunned the internet. They're like, we're not getting on the internet, we ain't talking. Well, we don't need to be doing all that because we who we are, right? So what's happening is we're literally losing by default, right? Because the suckers are utilizing these platforms. The suckers are getting up here, they talking, they lying, they making themselves be who we actually are on the internet. Like they've created a fake facade about who's who on the internet, and that's all people know. All people are able to see is who comes on this internet and tells them a story, right? So they only get to hear the sucker side of a story, right? And that's all they know is real, right? So if you've been giving fake so long, you don't even know what real is. There's dudes walking around with fake jewelry because they never been to a real jewelry store. They don't know what diamonds look like. They don't know any of these things. So what's fake is, fake is become the new real. Fake has become the new real, and it's because of the internet. So the internet is a gift and a curse, right? It's a curse for brothers like myself and brothers who come from the school that I come from, to where we never had to advertise and really be vocal, because when you was in our presence and you met us, you would be able to tell, okay, this is an official dude. His reputation precedes itself. I know dudes who know him. But right now, the internet travels faster than that, right? So you might be known in a few regions, a couple of states here and there, a few states, a lot of states. But the internet is traveling worldwide. And it's traveling at a speed of a minute. So these fake dudes who have no credibility or nothing, they're putting out 10 and 15 videos daily, right? And when if it's nobody to check their story, if it's nobody to combat the bullshit and the lies that they saying, they become the real. Your perception is real, right? What your perception is your reality. So this is the era we in. So a lot of dudes are like, yo, Mike, you shouldn't even be up there talking to these dudes. And I'm trying to explain to them, we don't have a choice, right? Because that's why we losing. Because these dudes are spreading their gospel, right? It's like you're a preacher, right? And you got one church in Harlem. You don't got no internet, you don't got nothing. You just got your church in Harlem. You're a dope preacher. But a whack preacher just on the internet every day, he getting millions of views. He's lying, spreading all, he don't even know nothing about it. His gospel is spreading way further and faster than yours. So his gospel is becoming more known, even though yours is more potent and more authentic. His becomes more popular, right? And therefore it becomes what they call real. or what they utilize as the standard. So us as individuals of integrity that move a certain way, we have to utilize the same platforms that they utilize to miseducate and trick and lie to our people and our kids. We got to use those same platforms to tell them the truth. We got to combat bullshit when we know it's bullshit. We can't afford to sit back silently and peacefully coexist and let these people keep lying and be like, yo, I ain't even gonna entertain that. They lying. That shit don't. It affects you because your kids pay more attention to the internet than they do to you, and that's just a fact. I with my kids all hours a day, and they on the internet more than they pay attention to what I'm saying. So if we don't utilize the same platforms and the same strategies that the suckers is utilizing to miseducate, to educate our people, then we are losing by default. We losing by default. I had a few conversations with some real dudes and they was like, you're right. I said, that's why I have to, when I see some shit that's totally disaccording to principles and morals and honor, I gotta say something about it. I'm gonna take the hit because you know why? I'm taking the hit because they've been able to mislead these kids and these people for so long that when I say some shit, it sounds foreign. Because the suckers got millions and 5 and 100 million followers. So they able to come on here every day and constantly drill this fake shit into the people's head. So they start to believe that shit that's real. So where's the counter narrative? Who's gonna counter the narrative? Who's gonna be up here utilizing the same platforms and saying that shit they said is a lie? This is how you do it. This is what honor looks like. This is what real looks like. This is how men move. Right? And if there's no counterbalance, and niggas are, oh, why you getting it? That ain't got nothing to do with you. Of course it got something to do with me. Anytime that somebody is utilizing these platforms that spread around to millions, especially kids are the main ones on these platforms. Anytime that dishonorable suckers are utilizing these platforms to spread a message to dilute the minds of kids, and I don't utilize my platform to tell them the truth, then I'm just as bad as the niggas who lied to them. If I'm allowing these people to keep running game on these kids because I don't want to disturb the natural order, or I'm not going to even entertain the sucker shit, no, I'm just as bad. You understand? I'm just as bad. If I'm not telling you the truth when I know they lying to you, if I'm not combating, I'm not stopping it in the middle like, nah, that's not real. Don't lie to him like that. Don't tell them kids that dumb shit. And not be scared of what comes at it. I don't care about what somebody think about what I say, especially when I know I stand on principle and I know what I'm saying is right. Why would I care what a nigga think about what I'm saying? Right? But we can't be silent, y'all. You cannot allow these charlatans to continue to utilize these platforms to miseducate and lead our kids down dead ends. We can't do it. Because they just want some money, bro. The bottom line is they don't give a fuck what they say or do. They need your kids to buy into it, to buy records, to subscribe, to hit the like button. They need all that shit so they can make money off of running game on your kids. You know what I'm saying? So, what you said, silence is sinful. Exactly. Silence is sinful in this moment. We literally fighting a war. This shit is good versus evil. It's light versus dark. It's real versus fake. And if you are silent in this moment, then you are complacent and complicit, and you actually on the other side. You can't say you silent and you all of this, and you watching suckers at the forefront mislead a whole generation, and you just go say, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Let them do that. I'm gonna stay in my corner, you know, and I'm gonna let them do sucker shit. Nah. You can't do it on my watch. So it's gonna seem like I'm always in something, and it's cool because it's always sucker shit going on. I don't utilize my voice to down talk nobody that's doing some credible shit. Even if I don't agree with everything you do, but if the main goal of what you're doing is to be positive and evolve, I'm with it. So I don't utilize my voice to talk against somebody doing. When you're doing some blatant sucker shit, when you're trying to redefine what's real because real is too hard of a standard for you to go by. Let me say it again. When you're trying to redefine real because real is too hard of a standard for you to actually live up to, you can't do that on my watch because I know what real is. You can't do it. I know what integrity look like. You can't do it. It's impossible. What kind of man am I going to do to allow you to sit there and give somebody the wrong definition of a word that I live my life by in front of my face, and I'll just be quiet? How? How do I call myself a man of any level of integrity when I watch you intentionally redefine what integrity is because the real definition is too much for you to actually live up to? It's not about a code. It's integrity. Fuck a code. Your moral compass is your moral compass. You being able to sleep at night because you did the right thing that's what I go by. If you could do sucker shit and sleep at night, we not the same type of niggas. I can't do sucker shit to somebody and sleep good. My moral compass don't work like that. It's gonna bother me. My mind is gonna be fucked up. I'm trying to figure out how do I fix it. These niggas is comfortable with doing sucker shit as long as they able to benefit financially from it. Cause that's all they bring up is how much money they got. I never talk to a nigga about no, who cares about how much money you got? That shit don't mean, that shit come and go. Money come and go. You know what I'm saying? This shit is about integrity. That's why I said my motto was integrity over income, man. I put my integrity before I put some income. Give a fuck about no money. That shit come. It goes. It comes. It is what it is. But the suckers is winning by default. You know? And that's just the bottom line. I'm always on Ogden, man. This is my hood. I'm outside, man. You know, so for all my brothers who I respect, they'll be like, Mice, why you feel like you gotta get involved? Is because I understand that the suckers is winning by default. They on YouTube, they got YouTube channels. They making money off the YouTube channels by lying and misinforming our people. They got these kids out here living and dying off of bullshit that they say. I cannot call myself a man of any level of integrity and not utilize the same platforms and the same strategies that they using to widely miseducate and misinform my people. If I'm not utilizing those same platforms to tell them the truth, then I'm not who I say I am. That's just the bottom line. If I'm not utilizing these same platforms to tell the truth, then I'm not who I say I am. And I am definitely who I say I am. Integrity over income. Character is currency.